Hello everybody, my name is Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is all about my sinking funds update, so don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get started. So as you can see, this is my sinking funds update, but I do not have any money to put in my sinking funds this month. So if you're new here, all of my sinking funds are funded by my side hustle income, my everyday budget, my income from my day job doesn't stretch that far, so all of my sinking funds are funded by additional income. Now, for one reason or other, I have been quite poorly, as I've said, and also just in general, I have not had any side hustle income for a couple of months now, and that is purely my, that's my fault. The less I show up online, the less people see my things to begin with. The less videos I put on YouTube, the less sales I get through Etsy. It all boils down to the fact that actually I don't make enough to put in these. But I thought I'd do an update because actually they've changed, and you're going to think I'm daft seeing as I can't keep up with the ones I've got. I've also got a new binder to show you as well. So this is and again, all of this is available on Etsy if you want to join me with these. This is my normal, original, if you want to call it that, sinking fund binder. So birthdays have got nothing in. This is my eldest son's birthday. His birthday is fast approaching, and I don't know, I've said before that he wants a Chromebook. I don't know if he does anymore, but we'll see. He keeps changing his mind, as a 9-year-old does, I'm sure, but he keeps changing his mind on what he wants for that. This is my youngest son's birthday. His birthday is not till December, so there's a bit more time on there, and it has got some in, but I've got a bit longer to kind of play with that, and he hasn't got a clue what he wants yet, So school uniform. Now I've just went to Sainsbury's the other day to do the food shop, and they've got their school uniform on offer. However, first of all, I've got nothing in the school uniform envelope, and again that's my fault. I know that they need new uniform in the summer for the next year, but actually I feel like I bought school uniform not too long ago, and I'm hoping in September some of that will still fit. Now I know some of it won't, and that's fine, but I'm hoping to kind of put a bit in here before the end of the summer holidays, so like maybe in the last week of the summer holidays I can go and get whatever they need. School shoes, however, there's £10 in there. They both have had new school shoes recently, and I'm hoping that they last longer, but knowing them, I think they probably need some again by the end of the school holidays. But again, I've got a bit of time to figure out how to get some money from that, and like I said, this is all on me, and this is all funded by my side hustle, so it's on me to find the money from somewhere. So last time I filmed a side hustle thing, I think there was definitely money in this, and the car one's empty, the MOT one's empty, and the car tax. Now I managed to pay for my car tax in full last time. One of my big aims this year was to pay for 12 months car tax in one go and have the money there ready, so I'm not kind of trying to find it out of my everyday budget, which never works. I did manage that, which is is really good in terms of balancing that. The MOT, the service was ridiculously expensive. I need to do something about my car. The more I do my budget with me videos and these, the glaringly obvious thing is that I've got a car that's too expensive and I cannot afford it. However, when I rang up, because I pay for it monthly, I also, if I want to hand it back, I also need to pay a stupidly big fee to hand it back to them. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck at the moment with the car, but I need to do something about it at the same time. Clothes wise, there's nothing in there. Can you see? So I've used quite a lot of my sinking funds since filming this last time, and like I say, because there's been nothing to put in them for the last couple of months, it's starting to show that there's not a lot in there. Self-care, there's still £10 in there. I don't really know what that's for. Beauty, there's nothing in there. Garden, there's nothing there. And that savings that I got from my grandpa before he died are just going to sit there because I can't bring myself to spend them. Well, that's my first sinking funds binder, because I've got quite a few. The next one is my school holidays binder, and again this is available on Etsy, but I have nothing in any of them. And I love this. I love the idea of having money set aside for each of the school holidays, and I love having this as a binder, and I love the envelopes. I think they're all really, you get a design and there's a tracker on the back and stuff, but I very rarely have money to put in this one. And so in an ideal world, yes, it would be, you know, I'd have lots of money in the summer holidays, because let's be honest, they're fast approaching and children and holidays are expensive, but there's just nothing in that one for now. Well, at the moment anyway. The Christmas binder I've not touched in ages either. I do keep getting orders, so kind of individual envelopes on this, so people are obviously thinking about Christmas, but I am not particularly that organised. You can get the whole binder if you want to. So the only one, how much has got in this? I've not even looked at this in ages. So presents, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. So there's £70 in the presents envelope, which is actually better than I thought. I don't remember the last time I put any in the Christmas fund, but I don't think there's anything in any of the others. No, there's not. So there's £70 in the presents Christmas pot, and that's not just for my children, that's for everybody. So £70 doesn't go very far really. That's my Christmas sinking fund binder. And then you're going to think I'm daft considering that I've just said about how I can't get any of these filled as I'd like them. I've got a new one. This is navy, if you can't tell from the colour on the screen. Every time I sit and do my finances, I keep saying to myself, if only I could get ahead of myself. So if only I could get a month ahead in terms of my spending and what I need for the month. And then, you know, I thought, even if I can do that once a month for 1 year, so like 1 month out of 12 of the year, I have it set aside. So this is what this is. So this is my 1 month ahead binder, and I've made a little thing to put in the front. So this is, and again, all of these will be available on my Etsy store, including this dashboard. So this is my 1 month ahead binder. So these are all of my variable expenses, the things I use every week, in a binder, because if I could get this full for 1 month out of the 12, the pressure would just be so much less. But I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that. So I've got food, petrol, household, miscellaneous, children, cats, or it should be 1 cat now, but cats, and eating out. They are my variable expenses. And I thought if I could get ahead just once every year and give myself that bit of breathing room with my ordinary budget, then that would just, well, it would just make life so much easier. So I've got, like I say, I've got my new binder. It's all there. This is, you can buy all these on Etsy if you want to join me, or if you just like this set, you can leave it. They don't have to say these things. You can leave a note in the kind of the notes section, tell me what the wording is that you'd want on them, and you can have them that way. But I just thought that this would be, if I can do it anyway, and that's the big if, I suppose, that would be such a help in terms of just getting ahead and just taking that pressure off. So that is my sinking fund update for this month, and like I say, there's nothing to put in there because I just haven't got anything, and I've got all of these sinking fund binders to do, and yet I still can't figure out quite how to do them. But I'm going to plod on regardless, because when I get that system working correctly, sinking funds absolutely, you know, they are one of the best things. I've got a video on my channel that says sinking funds have changed my life. It enabled me, and it seems like a different life ago now, different life. I managed to save up for a Mulberry purse, which I'd wanted for about 10 years. And, you know, if they do work, if you have the money to put in them, and again, because they are all funded through my side hustles, I need to figure out a way to do that, and that's on me. But there we go. So how are your sinking funds looking? How are you getting on with yours? Do you think that the month ahead binder is a good idea? Do you have any tips for how I could fill that alongside all of the others? Let me know in the comments down below, and as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.